Hi, ladies. Happy Wednesday night. I'm so excited to be here sharing this conversation with you here today. As you trickle in, I'd love to hear in the comment box who you are, where you're from, and ask any questions and give any feedback along the way, too. Unlike past lives, I'm going to dive right into the topic at play so that it doesn't go for 45 minutes. And I love this topic. This topic hits close to home for me because there was many chapters in my life where I was playing out the same painful karmic lessons in romantic relationships again and again and again and again. And there's always a root cause to that. There's always a subconscious imprint that if we dive deep enough, we can extract and illuminate so that we can dissolve it. And there's other things we can do as well. So this isn't so much on uncovering the subconscious imprint at play. This is more about things you can literally do right now to start shifting it in perhaps a more user-friendly kind of way. So the first thing you can do, the first powerful step you can implement to start manifesting your soulmate and stop attracting those painful, less than what you want relationship is clarity. And what do I mean by clarity? So clarity means giving yourself permission to actually sit down and get clear on what it is you actually want in a partner. What are the core attributes, the qualities that you would love for them to possess, knowing what's important to you and what fills your love tank and what's inspiring for you and what feels good to be part of your lifestyle, right? So one way you can do this, and sometimes I give my clients when they're going through Elevate Your Life, we touch on this in Elevate Your Life, but sometimes for clients who have a really big goal about attracting that right partner, I'll give them homework of sitting down and just writing from your heart 21 desirable qualities of the love of my life, and not holding back and not feeling like it's an unrealistic wish list. Because here's the thing, if you're in the soulpreneur community, you likely believe your dreams are worthy of being fulfilled and that you're giving yourself permission to have, this amazing abundant life, and even permission to make more money than you've ever made before. And all of these things that to a lot of people aren't mainstream or wouldn't be something they believe could be possible to them. So if you believe this fantastic career, this abundance, this alignment with soul purpose, all these things is possible for you, then why should there be less possibility of what's a bit available to you in terms of how deeply fulfilling a union with another person in a romantic sense could be, right? Why would there have to be settling in that category? So this is where you just free write 21 desirable qualities of the love of my life. I did this myself around October, November of 2017. So I sat down, I poured my heart out, and some of the things on the list I was like, well, is this realistic? Could someone like this really exist? Am I having my head in the clouds? But I said, no, I'm just going to speak from the heart of things that would be important to me and be honest with myself. So many women try to deny or repress or not admit the things that are actually important to them to feel really good in a union with another person. And when we aren't clear on what it is we actually want in a partner, then we're just going to attract a mishmash of results because we're lacking clarity. We're lacking intention on what it is we do want. So the universe sends us this and that and who knows what else, but we end up feeling unfulfilled in that union. So step one, clarity. Write your heart out. Don't hold back. Don't listen to your mother's voice being like, oh, that kind of man doesn't exist, or just be happy with someone. Well, no, you don't have to settle. Clarity on what you want is number one. And then number two is, let's do a self-assessment. Let's actually have some honest reflection in, are we embodying the qualities, the attributes we desire in someone else within ourselves? So, for example, let's say it's really, really important for you to be with someone who treats you with kindness, right? Of course, we all want kindness. Well, this is when we want to ask ourselves, are we treating ourselves with kindness? This is where we need to have that check of, oh, what's my inner dialogue like? Is it actually beating up on myself that I didn't get to the gym, or is it beating up on myself that I didn't try harder or be better or make the bed or whatever it is, right? because often you'll see a dynamic when there's like this really kind woman with this big heart, but yet she's the very one attracting the narcissist. And it's like, how is that a vibrational match? And when we're talking about law of attraction and vibrational matches, obviously a narcissist is like not a kind person and all those things, or they're very self-centered. But let's say there's a woman walking around with feeling really down about herself, lack of confidence, maybe even like feeling some guilt or shame or not enoughness. There is going to be a vibrational match to someone who's also in a lower emotional frequency. And so that's where those self-assessments, okay, I want someone who is spontaneous, well, am I spontaneous? Do I do things that support me moving out of my comfort zone? Maybe you want someone on your list who is like passionate and like has all these things that they can't wait to do and spend their time on. But that's when you need to ask yourself, are you waiting for a man to show up to fill the void in your life in order to have you be happy and wildly obsessed with your life? If that's the case, then you can't really attract that kind of individual if you're not embodying the energy and the attributes that you want, right? Like attracts like. So that self-assessment question can it can be uncomfortable, but also motivating to be like, you know what, I've done enough days and weeks beating myself up and being my own biggest critic. And I don't want to attract someone who's also going to be a critic of me or not accept me for my true self, my authentic self. So that should be a motivating factor to say, I'm going to start loving myself wholly and completely the way I am in my most authentic, truest state, so that the person meant to be with you can find you and fall in love with those very aspects of you, those unique traits and qualities that only you possess, that sometimes you might keep away hidden out of fear people won't like them, right? And then the third thing, we're going to try and keep this under 10 minutes, is setting new standards and boundaries. So this is all about where you're setting the bar for what you're going to receive and not settling for less than. So this is similar to subconscious pattern to some extent. And that can be saved for another video, but if you're saying, I want this awesome man who's caring and loving and supports me and does and is like like super successful in his own right, and we come together and we don't complete each other, I'm already whole, but we just enhance each other. So if you want that, but in the meantime you're settling for a guy who isn't anywhere near the things you actually truly want, maybe it's a guy who never texts you back or never initiates the contact, or doesn't do things that make you feel special and like a queen. And it's not that you need to be put on like a pedestal and he's down here. You want to treat each other like each other's queen and king, right? Vice versa. So if you're wanting that, but you're with kind of a guy who doesn't really have his shit together and you feel kind of like a second thought to him or on the back burner to him, but you're thinking, oh, he's good for now until I attract the guy I want, and that's who I'll settle down with. But that's the biggest mistake you can make, because that's saying, yes, please, I like this, I'm accepting this. And that in itself, that decision to keep dating Joe Schmo who isn't the one you truly dream of and not the 21 desirable qualities, then he's the one, that choice and decision to just stay with him, to avoid loneliness and have someone to watch a movie with, that decision is the very thing that blocks that real deal caliber of true love that you want so bad to experience in your life. And I know I've been there, I've done it. I married the wrong person because I stopped believing in this ultimate dream I had as a little girl. It started to feel far-fetched as I grew up, and all the pressure that I'm supposed to settle down and all of that and what my friends were doing. I ended up marrying the wrong person when I was 28, and lo and behold, I got divorced at 29. And no regrets, that all needed to happen. That was a karmic relationship that needed to split me open, and it was one of the steps that started my spiritual awakening, along with the addiction and the brain injury that summer. But nevertheless, like, if you can avoid painful karmic lessons, like maybe one karmic lesson is enough. You don't have to go through that same kind of relationship that's like, okay, but not really what you want more than once. You don't have to put yourself through that your entire life. And it's never too late to give yourself permission for actually saying, I'm deserving and worthy of holding out and setting the bar for what it is I know in my heart I actually want. And settling for anything less in the meantime is what will continue to block that level union up here while continuing to play the karmic lesson relationship down here. So this was a quick video. I hope it was helpful. 3 quick points. It's a little after 10 minutes, so I'm going to wrap it up there, ladies. I wish you love. I wish you success. I think we all deserve to come into union with the one in this lifetime. And if you believe that there is such thing as a soulmate, trust me, you're on your path to come into union with him. He's probably around the corner. And this in itself might be that last, like, final little signpost on your journey of like, okay, I'm going to keep this path. I'm on the right track. He's around the corner. And really putting yourself into the energy of expectation. He's on his way versus where is he? Where is he is like lack thereof. I need him. Where is he? But expectation is all is well. I have an amazing epic life that I've created, and I expect that he's on his way in divine timing, and I can sit back and relax and trust in that. That's a really powerful thing to do as well that I definitely implemented in my journey. Anyways, have a beautiful night. I'll talk to you ladies later. Bye.